you had bought 10 BNB in 2021 at $35 and sold it at $600 in 2026, you would have made over 1,000% on your investment and probably cashed out around 5K USD extra. What about if you had invested in Bitcoin? Bitcoin in 2021 was $29,000. Today, Bitcoin is around $70,000. Imagine that you bought one Bitcoin in 2021 and sold it today. You would have made over 100% return on your investment. So you're probably most likely walking away with around $46,000. That's a lot of money. And that is the power of investing in cryptocurrency. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you how to invest in cryptocurrency. You can use your mobile phone. This whole process is going to be seamless, even if you're a beginner or a professional. You can conveniently invest using standard bank transfer or even using P2P. So don't go anywhere. This is the one video that you want to save to ensure that you don't miss out on the update. Let us get started. Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Onyeka Adedayo. I'm a full stack marketer and community builder. If this is your first time landing on this channel, please make sure to hit the subscribe button. Today, I want to teach you how to invest in cryptocurrency. And before we go further, I want to first of all lay the foundation. Crypto investing is not crypto trading. Crypto investing is buying and holding crypto assets for the long term. So you're basically doing this to build wealth, right? And you're going to be holding the assets maybe over a long period, maybe like 12 months, many years, and things like that. Crypto trading is a short-term action. So you're buying and selling, capitalizing on market volatility to make instant gains. I am not teaching you how to do crypto trading. I am teaching you how to invest in cryptocurrency if you're someone who is thinking of building wealth through crypto. Now, moving on, let's talk about why you should listen to me teach you how to invest in cryptocurrency. The first one is I've been investing in cryptocurrency since 2021, and since then I've just been very interested in like, okay, how can you make more money through crypto? There are many ways that you can make money in the Web3 ecosystem, but I'm focusing on crypto investment here, and that's just where I'm going to be speaking from. Secondly, is I'm a full stack marketer. In the past, I've worked with crypto asset management companies, two in fact, and we've managed over six figures in dollars in assets under management. So you definitely want to listen to me and learn what I know. Now, there are certain things you need to know before you start investing in crypto. Number one, crypto is very rewarding. So you can make as high as 10,000% on your crypto investment, but then because it has high reward, it also has high risks. So if you want to invest in crypto, prepare your mind that there will be days when the market is fluctuating, right? But because you are holding, you are most likely going to see better returns over time if you're holding good assets. So imagine that you bought BNB at $35 in 2021, and maybe in 2023 BNB dropped to $10, but you kept on holding your assets. When BNB increases to $600 in 2026 and you're still holding your assets, you are going to benefit from it, right? So that's the long-term game. It's not trading where you're like, concerned because market is fluctuating. You don't want your money to diminish and things like that. Number two, you have to do research. Remember what I said, there is high reward, but there's also high risks. If you buy bad tokens, you are going to get bad results. So that's why research is very important. There's something that they commonly say in the Web3 ecosystem, DYOR. What does it mean? It means do your own research. Don't buy and hold assets that are worthless. It does not make any sense if you are buying something that doesn't have value and you're holding it for 5 years. You're saying, okay, after 5 years, I'm going, that's not what we're doing here. You're not going to make money if you're holding on to worthless tokens. You only want to hold on to tokens that have proven utility. And how do you know tokens that have proven utility? You have to do your research. You have to do your fundamental, your fundamental and technical analysis. I'm not going to go into all of that here, but I'm going to give you a resource. It's called a Web3 swipe file. So it has all the basics that you need to know about crypto, and it also has a dedicated section for crypto trading. So it may be if you're interested in trading and stuff like that. But then with that swipe file, you'll be able to understand what fundamental analysis mean, what technical analysis mean. But ideally, when doing your research, look out for tokens that have good utility. What is utility? Utility means it is useful. Water is of good utility. It is useful. Everybody, we all need to drink water, right? Another thing is food. Food is good utility. You must eat every single day, right? So when you're doing your research, to buy crypto, you want to look for tokens that have good utility, that in the next 3 years, in the next 4 years, 5 years, these tokens, they are still going to be useful within the crypto ecosystem. Number three, security. Nobody wants to invest where their money can easily, vanish any day, right? Unfortunately, we have a lot of cyber security hacks happening every day in different industries, right? And it is your responsibility to protect yourself. It is not the exchanges that will protect you. It is not the wallets that will protect. It is you that's going to protect yourself. Now, there are two kind of wallets that you can use. There are software wallets, and then there are hardware wallets. What are software wallets? Software wallets are internet connected applications, right? You can easily access them and use them for things online. So, example, MetaMask, Trust Wallet, etc. Now, hardware wallets are not connected to the internet. They are usually offline, and you have to purchase them, but then it stores your private keys, which gives access to your wallet. It stores your private keys offline, and it is way more secure. Another way people address these kinds of wallets are one, hot wallets. So software wallets are also called hot wallets because they are connected to the internet. And then hardware wallets are sometimes called cold wallets because they are not connected to the internet. They are totally offline. This is an example of my hardware wallet. This is a OneKey 1S Pro. There are different kind of wallets that you can get. But for the purpose of this video, I'm going to be focusing on OneKey since that's the one that I have. And I'm going to elaborate on how you can get yours as we proceed. Now, moving on, let's talk about the benefit of using a hardware wallet. The first one is your private keys are stored offline, so you're not going to be like a target for hackers because even when they attack your wallet, your private keys are not there, they can't access it, right? It's secure and offline. Number two is you still have access to all your standard investment features on any wallet, right? So you still have like multi-chain support, you have multi features that you can take advantage of. It's just very, very convenient, right? And if you want to take your crypto investing game seriously, I highly recommend that you get a hardware wallet because remember, you are investing for the long term. Sometimes when you change your device, if you're using a hot wallet, when you change your device, you may not have access to your private keys again. You start looking for it and you may not even be able to log into your wallet. I've had cases like that, right? And with this, it just saves you because this is a physical device that you can store, you can lock it up in your safe, and you're completely fine. Now, let's go fully into how you can begin to invest in cryptocurrency. Number one, you need to get your wallet. Are you going to be using a hot wallet or a cold wallet? If you're using a hot wallet, all you have to do is go to your iOS or Play Store and download any wallet that you prefer. You can download the OneKey wallet, you can download MetaMask, you can download Trust Wallet, whichever wallet that you prefer is completely fine. Once you download it, you'll be asked to create a new wallet. Follow the steps, create your new wallet, and boom, you're ready. But if you're using a hardware wallet, for instance, I'm using the OneKey 1S Classic. If you're using a hardware wallet, all you have to do is turn it on, create your wallet. They are going to give you your recovery phrase, and you can write down this recovery phrase in the recovery sheet card that is provided by OneKey. Once you have that written down, you download your OneKey wallet, and when you open the OneKey wallet, all you have to do is connect your OneKey wallet to your hardware, right? On this OneKey wallet, you'll be asked to create a password. So your password is like your PIN to access it, right? For extra security measures. Now that PIN, once you've connected your device to your wallet, all you have to now do is input your PIN so that you can begin transacting as much as you want. And I really love that they added an extra layer of security because when you want to input your PIN on the wallet on your phone, you will be asked to use the numbers that are displaying here, and the numbers are usually randomized, right? So the position where zero is now is not the position zero is going to be later, right? So it's always randomized, and it just gives you like an added layer of security. I think that is pretty cool, and I encourage that you try it out. Now, once you've set that up, you are good to go. The next step is to choose how you want to invest. I really love that you have so many options in cryptocurrency. Now, there's the first option, which is for you to buy this crypto, hold it, and then sell it off, right? There is another option, which is staking. And then there's another option, which is like a fixed income earning. Now, let me explain. There are more options, trust me, but I'm trying not to make this video so complex. So I'm only going to stick with these three. The first one, buying, holding, and selling. That one is very straightforward. It means you buy the token that you want, you hold it for the period of time that you want, and you sell it off. Simple, straightforward. What is staking? To understand staking, you need to know that in the Web3 ecosystem, there are different kind of blockchains. There are blockchains that are proof of stake, which means that they require every single person who has staked an amount of crypto to vote before a transaction is verified and completed, right? And then there are other kind of blockchain networks that are not that way, right? They use other form of consensus to verify and approve transactions. But because we're talking about staking here, we'll focus on the guys that are proof of stake. Now, in a company, when you buy shares, right, it gives you voting power. When the company wants to make a decision, you'll be asked to vote. And based on the collective vote of the largest number of people, right, the decision is going to be made. In the same way, when you're staking, you are buying a share of voting rights in that particular blockchain. What modern day wallets would help you do is that they allow you to delegate your staking activities to them. So they give you an interface for you to stake. But then instead of you always having to go and vote and approve transactions and all those things, they handle it on the back end while you get the benefits. And in return, they take a small commission while they now give the rest of the returns to you. So that's another way that you can choose to invest if you want to choose staking, right? You can term this delegated staking. Now, another option for staking is liquid staking. In liquid staking, it's almost the same thing, just that now when you stake your assets, they give you a substitute token. So let's say, for instance, you stake Naira, they give you substitute Naira that you can use to buy and sell, do whatever you want to do within the crypto ecosystem, right? Whereas that your staked Naira is still there accumulating profits. Now, when you want to claim your stake back, all you have to do is return the substitute token that was given to you, and you will collect the amount that you staked and the rewards. So that's another way, liquid staking. And then finally, we have fixed income. So in the case of a fixed income earn, let me explain what that means. So you know, you go to the bank and you say, okay, I have 100,000 naira. I want to lock it up and then collect maybe they'll tell you their interest rate will be 10%. At the end of 1 year, you're getting 110,000 naira, right? You lock it up there. What are you doing? You are borrowing to the bank, and then the bank can use that your money that you've locked up to do whatever transactions that they want to do, make money. And when it's time for them to unlock your money and give it to you, they do that, right? Now, in fixed income earn, what you're basically doing is telling these platforms, whichever platform that you're using, in this case, OneKey, that okay, OneKey, I have 100,000 BTC that I want to use, to do fixed income earning. And what does OneKey do? OneKey tells you that okay, after a period of time, this is how much you're going to collect, right? And then secondly, they take that money and then they borrow it out to people who want to borrow crypto and charge them an interest. Now, from that interest that is being charged, you're going to be earning. I've looked through the OneKey platform, and when you join the fixed income earning, you can earn as high as 20% APY, which is just like your return on investment after a long period, right? This is way higher than any commercial bank or traditional bank is going to give you. Now, remember I said that in Web3, there are different kind of blockchains. There is the proof of stake, and then there are the other kind of blockchain that don't use proof of stake as a consensus mechanism. Now, for those ones that have proof of stake, you can stake and earn the rewards. For instance, Ethereum, right? You can stake. Cosmos is also another one. You can stake Ethereum tokens and then earn staking rewards. But if you want to invest in a token that doesn't use proof of stake, right? Your only way to do that is going to be through fixed income earn. So an example is like Bitcoin or USDT, USDC. Now, again, this is just another way to invest. I'm not saying that you must always use fixed income earn when you want to buy Bitcoin. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just telling you that this is an option that is available to you. Now, coming back to how to invest in cryptocurrency, let's talk about how you can do this through buying and selling. The first thing you want to do is open your OneKey wallet. Once you open your OneKey wallet, click on the button that says buy and sell. Once you click on it, it's going to direct you to a screen to choose the asset you want to buy. When you select it, maybe it's Bitcoin, Ethereum, whatever, do your research and select, choose a good token. Once you select it, it will direct you to a screen. Now, I really love that the OneKey team, they are constantly thinking about, the needs of people in developing countries. For instance, in Nigeria, there are a lot of reservations around how you buy cryptocurrency, but at least on OneKey they give you options, right? You can buy directly with a bank transfer, or you can even buy through an instant P2P service that is available. There are so many funding method, right? And for each of these funding method, there are different partners, right? So, for instance, if you want to buy through bank transfer, they have partners like Fund Bank, OnRamp Money, MoonPay, Yellow Card, so many options. You choose the one that works for you. And in some cases, depending on the token you want to buy, they automatically choose the best platform for you to use. Now, in this case, I tried Yellow Card, but Yellow Card, I had an issue. I found out that I couldn't invest in the asset because I did not have like a yellow card account, and that would require me to go back and start creating a yellow card account and doing all the setup and things like that. But when I tried Fund Bank, it was very seamless. I was able to instantly generate an account, and instantly they gave me an account number that I can transfer to, and it automatically reflects for me to buy my crypto. So depending on what you want, right, you can easily use this method, the bank transfer method, to buy your crypto. Or if you want to use instant P2P, you choose an asset that is compatible with instant P2P, and then you buy that asset. Another way to go would be to top up your OneKey wallet first before going to go and buy the assets. That way, you don't have to use transfer or even use P2P, right? You will just be given options. Like if you click add money, you'll be given options to maybe top up with Google Pay, Apple Pay, Visa card, etc. Or you can receive crypto directly from the exchange that maybe you have assets on. Now, if you're a professional futures trader or spot trader and you want to also add those aspects to your investment goals, OneKey also gives you the access to do that. So on the OneKey app, you can easily do your sports trading, do your futures trading, and all confirmations or approvals will be routed via your hardware wallet. Same thing applies for when you're investing. You have to do approvals on your hardware wallet and then confirm on your device. So it's very, very seamless and secure. I use the OneKey One S Classic. I got it for $99. If you want to get your own hardware wallet, they have other variations. There's the one of $59, $79, even $278. Just depends on what you want. If you're new, you can start with the smaller one and then upgrade as you grow, right? But if you use my referral code, you can get a 10% discount. I highly recommend that you do that just as an appreciation for all the gems that I've shared with you. Remember, you can invest by buying, holding, and then selling at a future date. You can invest through the fixed income earn option. You can invest through the staking option. Choose what works for you and what you can easily control or manage, right? But make sure that you're being security conscious because you don't want to lose your assets. It does not make any point, investing over $1 million only to wake up one morning and it is boom, nowhere to be found, right? And also remember the power of compounding. So even like traditional investment, you have to compound your interest. That's how you make more money when you invest in cryptocurrency, right? So when you make profit, as opposed to withdrawing profit to go and spend, you can withdraw your profit, reinvest a certain amount back, and then take the rest for spending. And make sure that you are doing your research on the tokens to buy. Don't buy shit tokens, coins that don't have any utility. It's going to be a disastrous ending, right? So make sure that you do your research, do your fundamental analysis well, do your technical analysis well. If you want me to do another video talking about fundamental analysis and technical analysis, let me know in the comment section and I will do one. But remember, I said I'm giving you a free Web3 resource that you can easily look through and begin to find your footing. It's very important that you don't do cryptocurrency investments without knowledge because if you do, you're going to get burnt and you may lose a lot of money. Okay. Now, if there's any other question that you have, anything else that you'd like to know, drop it in the comment section. I will respond. And if you would like to purchase the OneKey wallet, I'm also going to drop my referral code in the video description and you can utilize that for making your purchase. See you in the next video. Bye.